As a lot of you know, I bought a Ducati XDiavel S, and a lot of you may want to know why I didn't buy the Harley Davidson.
Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today.
Alright, let's go for a ride on the Ducati XDiavel S. I'm in love with this bike, guys. I made the best choice ever when I bought this bike. But let me tell you this, guys. I was very, very close. Just pull that throttle. Makes me grin ear to ear when I crank the throttle on this XDiavel. It's so awesome. But you know, I was that close to buying a Harley Davidson V-Rod. I mean, there was a guy that had a really good deal. It was like $11,000 for 2015 or something like that, with like, had like 100 miles on it or something. It had really super low miles on it. And but then I got this idea. I said, let me see if I can find a good deal on an XDiavel S, because I saw a bunch of reviews on it. Everybody praise it. They're like, oh my goodness, this bike is so amazing. And I was just like, dude, do I really want to spend $20,000 plus? Let's see if I can find a deal. And as you guys know, if you didn't see that video where I showed you, you know, how I got the deal that I got, which ended up being, by the way, $14,800. I figured for a few, if I can pay just a few more $1,000 than what I was going to pay for that not a V-Rod but a night rod, which is basically the same bike with a different look, little bit different look. But I would rather have something that is lighter, because this bike is like over 140 pounds lighter than the Harley Davidson V-Rod or the night rod, which, like I said, they're pretty much the same bike. And it had more power, has all the electronic rider aids on it. It's got everything on it. It looks sexier than the V-Rod, in my opinion. And I found this deal, and I'm like, dude, I gotta get this bike. I gotta try it. As you guys know, I'm scared of Ducati reliability, as well as all the other European motorcycles. I've talked about it in a bunch of videos. Paid them expensive prices for all the parts. Same like a beautiful woman. You gotta buy all the clothes and shit, man. Take them out to dinner, fancy restaurants, and all that shit. That, man. That's not me, bro. And some of you guys clowned on me. You're like, CycleCruza, why don't you try it? You know, quit talking smack and try it for yourself. So that's what I did. I stepped out of my comfort zone. I said, hey, I'm gonna try this bike, because it's got everything I could want in a cruiser. You know, and I'm not really looking at cruisers. You know, I'm more of a sport bike guy, but this is like as a sport bike in a cruiser package. I tell you, the power on this bike, I gotta be careful not to speed. It's 25 miles per hour here. By the way, I just hit a bunch of bumps here. The seat is not uncomfortable at all. I love the feeling of being able to feel the road a little bit with it, because it makes it sporty. I like that, and that's what that's their intention when they built this bike. But it doesn't bother my back or spine or anything like some of you guys complain. I don't know, maybe you guys have flat butts. Like I said, do some squats, put some meat on your booty, and then you won't have those problems. Or wear some Climb compression shorts that has padding. You don't need to go out and spend all that money on a expensive seat and all that. Just get you some padded shorts, man. Get you some padded grandpa drawers, or padded grandma drawers. But I'll tell you guys what really turned me off with Harley Davidson V-Rod is I called the dealership, and I wanted to know if you can change out the tank, which it's not a fuel tank that's on there. It's an airbox cover. It just looks like a fuel tank. But I wanted to know if you could change that out, switch it, put a V-Rod muscle on the V-Rod muscle airbox tank cover on the night rod, and also switch out the tail. because I like it. I like the look better because I saw somebody that did it on YouTube. And can you believe the service guy at Ducati, at Harley Davidson, he didn't know nothing about the V-Rod at all. He said that the Night Rod and the V-Rod Muscle were two completely different bikes. And that's when I knew. I was like, this clown doesn't even know what he's talking about. He working at the Harley. And then I said, okay, maybe it's just one guy. Then I called another Harley Davidson dealership, and this guy doesn't know either. I mean, he's like, he had me talk. I spent like 40 minutes on the phone talking to different people, trying to figure out what I can do. And I never really truly got an answer on it. All they said is, if you got the money, we can do anything. I mean, we can do pretty much anything you want if you have the money. But he didn't know for sure that you could do it. Okay, that kind of upset me that they don't really... I mean, they treat the V-Rod like it's a red-headed stepchild. I'll tell you guys, and I've heard some of you say that CycleCruza, if you want to get into the Harley Davidson crowd, the V-Rod is not going to get you in, which that doesn't make any sense to me. I guess because the engine was partially designed by Porsche, and it just doesn't make it a truly Harley Davidson bike. So I guess the true Harley Davidson enthusiasts just don't appreciate that bike, and they feel it's, like I said, treated like a red-headed stepchild. And that doesn't make any sense, which I could care less. I'm not trying to get into any crowd at all. I actually prefer riding alone. This is my time away from people. It's like meditation for me, like I tell you guys. And this bike is it turns like nothing, man. I tell you, that 240 rear tire you would think would hamper the turning feel, but it doesn't. This bike turns like nothing. But anyways, yeah, just I could care less about the Harley Davidson crowd. I could care less. But that bike, like I said, this bike is way, like, 140 pounds lighter. And I called Ducati dealership. They answer all of my questions right away, very friendly. I've called Ducati corporate headquarters. They answered all of my questions. Spent like almost an hour on the phone. I was going over everything, all the potential problems with the bike, and they answered everything 100%. And I really respected that. That actually motivated me to buy a Ducati. You know, even if I do have reliability problems, I can say their customer service though is great so far from my experience. And but I just didn't get a good vibe from the Harley. And I did a video talking about my bad experience, a negative experience, not really that bad, but a negative experience with the Harley Davidson dealership.
I gotta ask, how are things on the moon?
What's that?
How are things on the moon?
Oh. That I went to. If you want to see that video, I'll include that video in the description and comment section of this video, where they just hound you. You know, that I don't give them my phone number anymore. I'd give them an email address, because with phone they call you relentlessly, man. They're hard sellers, big time, and I don't like that. I don't like pressure sales tactics. But I'll tell you, this bike throws around in the corners like the twisty's like nothing, man. Oh, I love it, baby. Good times, man. But I'm sorry, guys. I tried I was gonna get a Harley Davidson just to appease the people that thought I hated them so, which, like I said, I don't hate them. I just feel that they're overpriced, and honestly I feel like these Ducatis are a bit overpriced, but I can understand the extra cost with this bike because it has 6 ECUs. It's got all the electronics on it. It's got everything. This thing is like a rolling computer here, man. And I'll tell you, the build quality on this bike is really nice. It's just, and it has nice little conveniences, like it has an angled tire valve stem, so that it makes it easier for you to put air in the front tire, because you know it has the 2 discs on both sides, the dual disc front brakes. As well, you know, my CBR 1000, I have to put my fingers through the discs and all that. This, I don't have to do it. It has a nice angled stem. This has a specific wire right underneath the tank that you can plug in, wire up your navigation or a USB port, so you don't have to splice into the bike's wiring like you have to do on other bikes, which can cause potential electric problems. But you crank the throttle on this bike. Oh my goodness, man. And I love the stock exhaust on here. It's not, it has a nice little rumble to it. I thought about adding a Termi exhaust on here, but $2,800, man. I could go buy me a track bike or something for $2,800 or maybe $1,000. Like, but it's too expensive, I tell you. And it's really loud. I like loud, but that is ridiculous, man. And I like the stock setup. I told you I want to keep this bike stock because to help prevent any reliability issues, so that way they can't say that anything I tampered with, you know, caused this or that. So, but anyways, guys, that's why I didn't buy a Harley Davidson V-Rod. I don't know. I hear the new 2018 Harley Davidsons are really nice. I see a lot of positive reviews, and I think that's great. But this bike is, there's no other bike like this, guys. This bike is, there's no bike like it at all. Power to weight ratio for a cruiser, and with all the electronic rider aids, self-canceling turn signals, 8 levels of traction control, cruise control, Bosch cornering, ABS. It's got the whole kit and caboodle, man. And you crank that throttle, baby, and it's like, woo! But anyways, guys, that's all I have for you. I'll have a ton more videos on this bike. If you haven't seen my first ride review on this bike, go check that out. I'll include a link in the description section of this, description and comment section of this video, so go check that out. Hey, if you want to get my gear, my high-vis winter jacket, my camo pants, boots, helmet, all that, I always include links in the description and comment section of the video. Or you can go to my website at CycleCruza.com and click on the menu tab, My Gear, and that's full links to all of my gear. If you want to see more of my videos, click on the menu tab, My Videos, on my website, and it's a playlist to all of my over 1,000+ videos that make it easier for you to navigate through my videos. Hopefully you can find something that will inform you or entertain you. Hey, hit thumbs up if you like this video. It really helps my channel when you hit thumbs up, and it also helps me get motivated to do more videos. I appreciate all you guys. Take care. Hey, subscribe to my All-in-One Motorcycle channel. Hit the subscribe button. Appreciate all you guys. I'm about to go have some fun on my Ducati XDiavel, baby. Woo!
Hey, don't forget to check out my other YouTube channel that features the original bug-out moto van that is designed and built by yours truly so that I can live in my van with my motorcycle. So hey, check me out at youtube.com/bugoutmoto. Subscribe today.